Wade Wilson, also known as Deadpool, decided it was time to turn over a new leaf and try his hand at being a hero. His journey brought him to Las Vegas, where he immediately managed to double-cross his frenemy Weasel by stealing his gig as an enforcer for local casino owners. Deadpool had signed up thinking he'd get to play the hero, but instead, he found himself stuck with something horrifyingly normal, a real job. Elsewhere, in a small cafe in the Mojave Desert, 65 miles from Las Vegas, a man finishes his coffee, leaves a $20 bill, and heads for the door. On his way out, another customer glances at his bike and warns him about the scorching heat. The man nods and steps outside. That man is none other than Johnny Blaze. Back in Vegas, Deadpool was at a meeting with the casino's big wigs. He nonchalantly announces, "I quit? This job sucks and I don't want to do it anymore." One of the men immediately protested. "We have an agreement!" Deadpool smirked, raising his armored arm. "Good point. However, I have a gun. Have I made my position clear?" "Thought so." Another member grudgingly agreed to let him leave, but not without a parting insult. "We can get any idiot to wear that suit. There was never anything special about you." Deadpool froze. Turning back to them, he says, "Now, see, you really shouldn't have said that." Moments later, chaos erupted in the room. The secretary outside jumped at the sound of crashing furniture and shouting. The door burst open, and Deadpool emerged. "Those guys are evil, man. They prey on people's weaknesses. How many people's lives have they ruined? And for what? Money. That's what." He then turned his attention to a silent figure standing nearby. "And are you just gonna stand there looking scary? Or are you actually gonna say something?" It was Ghost Rider holding a chain. He dares. "Why should I? You said it all. Hold on tight, Wade." Without waiting for a response, Ghost Rider hurled the chain at Deadpool, wrapping it around his neck. Before Deadpool could react, Ghost Rider climbed onto his bike, dragging him along. "I'm taking you for a ride." Flames roared around them as the bike tore the building. Ghost Rider then tells him, "It's been a long time coming, but you will now face vengeance. You will pay for your transgressions." Deadpool, confused, tried to reason with him. "I'm not an assassin, I'm a mercenary! There's a difference!" But Ghost Rider wasn't interested in excuses. Deadpool tried to argue the difference between a mercenary and a murderer, but seized the moment to gun the bike's throttle. The sudden move sent both of them flying off. Mid-air, Deadpool pulled out his guns and opened fire on Ghost Rider. They both hit the road hard, the impact scattering flames and debris around them. Lying on the scorched pavement, his bones broken and parts of his suit burnt away, Deadpool watched as Ghost Rider walks towards him. Grabbing him by the neck, Ghost Rider commands, "Look into my eyes, Wade Wilson, and feel the pain of penance long overdue." Deadpool was confused, still not entirely sure what was happening. Ghost Rider explains, "My penance stare will reveal all of your past sins to you. You will see through the eyes of those you have wronged, those you have destroyed." Deadpool asks sarcastically, "So like a highlight reel?" Ghost Rider didn't flinch. "Yes." Deadpool doesn't care. "Well, what are you waiting for? Roll the tape." Suddenly, fire suddenly bursts from both Deadpool and Ghost Rider's eyes. The force sends them both flying backward. When the dust settles, Johnny Blaze stands up, now in his human form looking disoriented. His gaze shifts to Deadpool, who's still on the ground. Deadpool's blurred vision sharpens, and the scene changes into a hospital room. A man sitting by his bed gets up as he starts coughing. "Hold on, you got a tube down your throat," the man says. Wade, struggling to adjust, manages to say, "Why am I here?" The man explains, "Because you survived, with a little help. Do you remember hanging yourself?" He nods, recalling the attempt. When asked why, he admits it's because life wasn't going well, and he just wanted to put an end to it. The man shakes his head in disbelief. "You're 19. Wade corrects him. 18. The man presses on. 19. You've been in a coma for 21 days. Your birthday was 2 days ago. Your funeral was 9 days ago. Don't feel bad that you missed it. Nobody else showed up either. You don't have many friends, do you, Wade? Later, the same man walks down a corridor, talking. Oscar Zero is a clandestine, self-sufficient cell of agents operating under the guidance of the CIA's Directorate of Operations, but overseen by, well, no one really. Wade wants to know what they do. The man answers his question. We kill people, the kind that deserves it. We want you, Wade. You have more clean kills than any 3 men in your battalion, and you've never even seen combat. Wade then wants to know what they will do if he says no. The man clarifies. You'll go back to being dead. But that's what you wanted, right? The choice is entirely yours. This is your second chance to either live or die. What's it gonna be? In another moment, Wade is with a team of soldiers, swiftly taking down enemies with precision. One of the team jokes. Damn, Wilson, how about saving some for the rest of us next time? Before he finishes, Wade suddenly vomits. The team rushes to him as he collapses, unconscious. Once again, he wakes up in a hospital bed, the same man sitting beside him. Welcome back, Wade. Wade wants to know if he's in the States, and the man tells him, Of course. What, you thought we'd leave you to the mercy of some third world medicine man? You're our top scorer, my man. Only the best for you. Wade wants to know, what's wrong with me? The man hesitates, but Wade forces the truth out. Okay, you have cancer. Lots of cancer. Something like 31 tumors? The doctor corrects him. 34. Wade asks, Can they cut him out? But the man says no, not without killing him. Wade thinks it's the end, but the man responds, Not necessarily. We've been working with Canada on a project that may be able to help you, but it's volunteer only. The choice is entirely yours. Curious, Wade shows interest in learning more. The memory shifts to Wade strapped to a vertical stretcher, pipes piercing his body. His screams echo in the room, and the scene abruptly shifts. Deadpool jolts awake, back in the desert with Johnny Blaze crouched next to him, looking concerned. Without a word, Deadpool punches him. You're him, right? The Ghost Rider? Johnny answers, Yeah, sometimes. Well, I'm Deadpool, all the time, and I don't need to be reminded of it. Wade snaps, grabbing Johnny by the collar. Johnny remains composed and asks, What did you see? Deadpool ignores him and just says, Nothing I haven't seen before. Which way to town? Johnny points at the distance and tells Deadpool, That way, about 80 miles. This makes Deadpool frustrated. He then gestures to the bike. Can you fix that thing with your ghost powers? Johnny denies it but says he can fix it with his tools. While Johnny works on the bike, Deadpool gazes up at the sky. A while later, the bike is ready. Deadpool suddenly says, Somebody once told me that, at the end of it all, what we regret isn't what we've done, but what we didn't do. Johnny nods. Yeah, that sounds about right. And they both stay silent for a moment. Deadpool continues, Did you come after me to kill me? Johnny answers, I didn't come after you. It did. The Ghost Rider. And no, I think it wanted you to see something. If it meant to kill you, you'd be dead. Deadpool presses, Do you think I deserve to die? Johnny replies honestly, Based on what I know about you, yeah. Deadpool just replies, Thanks, man. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. If you enjoy our content and want to support us further, consider becoming a Patreon member. You'll unlock exclusive perks like members-only videos and shoutouts at the end of every video. Check out the link in the description to become a Patreon today.